Games right here in Seattle. KOMO senior reporter Chris Daniels is standing by with how Seattle is getting ready for the games. But first, we want to begin with KOMO sports director Nico Tamurian with a lot more on the updates today. Nico?
Oh, absolutely, Mary. Yeah, FIFA President Gianni Infantino said today he wanted to put the 2026 World Cup in terms that Americans could understand, calling this event, quote, 104 Super Bowls, and how great it is that we get to see at least 6 of those Super Bowls in Seattle. Today's announcement shed light on which countries are and could be coming to town this summer. One huge match we found out about for sure this afternoon and this morning. Team USA will host Australia at Lumen Field, or as it'll be called, Seattle Soccer Stadium, on June 19th. That will be an incredible atmosphere. We learned that, and as part of another group, we could see countries like Egypt, Belgium, New Zealand, or Iran at Lumen Field. That was part of what makes today so special. It makes it feel more real. And with knowing at least some of the countries that will play in Seattle to advance, the stage is now set.
I'm very, very excited for the World Cup to come to Seattle, but also I don't want anyone to just think that, oh, I'll just catch a game on TV. Experience it with a crowd, because that's going to take everything to a different level. There's going to be tons of watch parties all throughout the state. Give yourself that opportunity, because you don't want to be like me and look back and say, oh, what if I would have gone and hung out with the fans from Australia or Paraguay or New Zealand, whatever it is. Give yourself a chance to really immerse yourself in it, and we'll create new fans, but also it'll be a great experience.
Well, indeed it is. And this is another step, albeit a major one, on the way to getting that World Cup in Seattle 6 months from now. We have barely scratched the surface when it comes to the upcoming matches here in Seattle and across North America, meaning you probably have a lot of questions, so you can scan that QR code on your screen. Submit those questions for me. It's Ask Nico, and I'll be answering them tonight on 10 o'clock on CW Arc Seattle. Mary, this is going to be a lot of fun. Tomorrow is a big day because actual dates and times for all groups matches will be announced, meaning a more firm schedule for which countries are coming to Seattle in June. And of course, we'll take a closer look at Team USA and that Group D, what they need to do to advance further in this tournament.
Start planning now, Nico. Yeah. Thank you. As we've told you for months, the event is expected to bring hundreds of thousands of fans to our region, no matter who is playing. But now, with today's draw, one local business is already salivating over the possibilities. KOMO senior reporter Chris Daniels is live in Ballard to explain. Chris?
Well, Mary, you might be able to tell by the name here, kangaroo and kiwi, who they try to appeal to at this particular bar and restaurant in the old library here in Ballard. They are very excited after the World Cup draw because it means there will be 13 matches between Vancouver and Seattle, and then apparently a lot of time spent with fans from Australia and New Zealand.
Great news. Early Christmas present.
It is a gift for Bradley Howe.
My favourite saying is you make your own luck, and I think we might have just stumbled into a bit of luck here. And
he has owned the Kangaroo and Kiwi for nearly 25 years, catering to fans from the Southern Hemisphere who want to watch cricket, rugby, or what they like to call a little footy.
Now this thing's landed right in our laps, and we're so excited.
The World Cup draw has the potential now to put multiple Australian and New Zealand matches in Seattle and Vancouver, perhaps Ballard and his old school library a destination.
We're going to welcome the world, we're going to welcome anyone, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Seattle's World Cup organizer says they're thrilled with the draw that also likely puts Egypt, Belgium, and Iran in Seattle too, and definitively the U.S. national team on June 19th.
I've been using the phrase 16 Super Bowls. We'll have 6 physical events, but we're going to have a viewership audience equivalent to that 16 Super Bowls.
I don't know how much we're going to keep all the beer cold. I might have to get around the truck. But it'll be a good problem to have. Chaos is best.
But Bradley Howe also knows these kind of events, at least for Seattle, only happen once in a blue moon. And for Vancouver as well, but today's group announcements, at least we can start to pencil in some of those teams in different locations and different dates. And yes, perhaps we're going to find out here in the very near future about whether one of those national teams will call the Puget Sound region home during all of these events in June and July of next year. Mary?
Well, Chris, now that we know the teams that will likely be playing here in Seattle, what's next for the organizing committee?
Well, Peter Tomazawa, who you just saw there in the piece, Mary, who is the CEO of the World Cup Organizing Committee for the city of Seattle, since once all of those matches get finalized tomorrow with the start times and the teams, that the city of Seattle will be hosting a celebration of nations in January to welcome representatives from those teams in advance of the World Cup.
Chris, thank you.